Welcome everyone. So we're going to continue with our study of the Dhyana Slokas with verse 3, Ya Kundenduta Sharahara Devala. And I'm not going to go through the meaning today. We'll probably do that next week. We're just going to learn the Sanskrit. And we'll do it call and response one line at a time. Let's just start from the beginning with the first two verses we've already been doing. And then when we get to the third verse, I'll start just breaking it down and going call and response. Are you okay with these infrareds on, or do you want them off now? On. Okay, fine by me. Inhale deeply for Om. Gajananam bhutaganadi savitam kapita jambo palasara bhakshatam umasutam shoka vinashakaranam. You can join in. Ready? Om. Gajananam bhutaganadi savitam kapita jambo palasara bhakshatam umasutam shoka vinashakaranam namami vignesvara pada pankajam shadananam kumkumaraktavanam mahamatim divyamayoravahanam Rudrasya sunam sorasanyanatam goham sadaham sharanam prapadye ya kundendu tusharahara devalaha ya shubra vastravetam Vastravetam Yavina Varadanda Mandita Kara Yasveta Padmasanam Ya Brahmashuta Shankara Prahipati Bihi Shankara Prahipati Bihi Devai Sada Pujita Samampatu Saraswati Bhagavate Nishesha Jajapaha Ya kundendu tusharahara devalaha Ya kundendu tusharahara devalaha Ya shubhravastravetam Ya vina valadanda mandita karaha Ya vina valadanda mandita karaha Ya sveta padmasanam Ya Brahmashuta Shankara Pahipati Bihi 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 Devai Sada Pujitam Samampatu Saraswati Bhagavate Nishesha Jajapaham Om Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra. Bow your head off your practice today to someone you love. Human, animal, or nature being. Visualize them. Dedicate your practice to them. Namaste. Welcome, everybody. So we are on verse 22, Slokah 22 of Yoganjalisaram by Tirumali Krishnamacharya. Begin from his feet, then move upward towards the trunk and the heart. Now meditate on his beautiful arms. Then stay with the face of the Lord of Gokula, endowed with divine charm. Begin, so this is instructions for meditation on the form of the Lord of Gokula, who is Lord Krishna. So Gokula is the village where Krishna lived on the banks of the Yamuna when he was in the middle stage of his life, where you usually see him playing the flute and being a cowherd and dancing with the gopis, who are the cowgirls, and the cowboys. Begin from his feet. Then move upwards towards the trunk and the heart. Now meditate on his beautiful arms. Then stay with the face of the Lord of Gokula, endowed with divine charm. We'll come back. Then the commentary from his son, TVK Desikachar. This is the method of meditation using the idol of the Lord. Starting from his feet, one has to gradually move up to the face. This method is followed in teaching meditation in this and many other traditions. Here, Krishnamacharya indicates that the path of meditation commences by forging a deep bond with the chosen object that progressively culminates in a resonance with every subtle essence that underpins everything in the created universe. So, all these forms on the altar are objects of meditation. They're statues, or in yoga they're called murtis. Murtis, little statues and pictures, which can be used as aids for meditation. And there are many, because there are many different types of mind, many different types of personality, many different things that different people respond and relate to. And that is why in India there are so many thousands of gods. Each village has pretty much its own god. And that's because there will be a specific thing which relates to a place, a person, or an area. And when you choose that, or you find that, either through having a connection with a visual form or a murti, a statue, or through a mantra which resonates in your mind, body, heart, then you can take that mantra and you use it as a portal for your meditation. So the idea of using a form is that it helps you to establish dharana. So Patanjali describes dharana as one of the 8 limbs of yoga. The meaning of the word dharana means to hold the mind steady on one thing. And so if you try to hold the mind steady on the breath, you'll find it difficult. If you try to hold the mind steady on the idea of the absolute reality, you will find it a struggle. But if you hold your mind on something which connects and appeals to you in some way, and that can be any form that has a sattvic or an uplifting quality for your mind, then that will act as a portal to take you to the ultimate reality or the cosmic nature of consciousness, where the mind expands and the mind becomes awake. If you don't have any kind of form, it's difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible, but for most people, most ordinary mortals like us, we need some help. And that's what these forms are for. Does that make sense? So I really recommend that everybody choose a form. It doesn't need to be one of these forms, but you're yogis, you're in a yoga class, it might well be one of these forms. Or on the wall around you, you will see a symbol of the mantra Om. And that's what we're going to be meditating on later. Now, the mantra Om is a manifestation of that supreme reality, cosmic consciousness. It's a vibration of the universe in your own mind and your own body. And you can meditate on that, and you can use the mantra Om. That's kind of like the default mantra that anybody can use. Doesn't matter what tradition, it doesn't matter. So we're going to start there today. But if there's something, another form that resonates with you or manifests for you in the form of vibration or mantra, then just start using that form. It's something, it worries me sometimes that people don't have a form, that they don't have something in their lives that they can use to connect them on a regular basis, ideally daily, to the highest part of themselves, which is beyond time, beyond the mind, and beyond the body. And if you don't have that in your life on a regular basis, then life is pretty dull. And you are only expressing a limited portion of your potential and your consciousness. Because in the everyday world, we don't get much chance to express that and to connect to something higher than ourselves. And that is what this is for. It's just to give you that opportunity. Now, it's not a difficult thing to do, and it's something that's accessible to all of us. Now, you will get glimpses of this higher state of awareness or consciousness in your life thousands of times. There will be maybe just you get that feeling riding a horse. Maybe you get it walking your dogs. Maybe you get it walking in a forest. Maybe you get it swimming in the sea. Maybe there's any amount of ways that you'll get these little moments in your life where you will transcend the everyday reality, and your mind will be completely absorbed in one thing, and you will feel happy. Am I right? Hopefully you all feel that sometime. But it comes and it's gone. It comes and it's gone. Which is how it is in everyday life. But this system of meditation or concentration on a form, the idea of it is to give you a sustained experience of that happiness and that joy and that connection. And if you practice it, you can stay in that state for extended periods of time. And that is the state in which you will be the most truly yourself, and where you will gain insight into the nature of your own reality and a wider reality. That is the purpose of this type of meditation. Does that make any sense? So I would say to all of you, don't be shy of it. Choose a form, meditate on that form. You can do it. I can help you with it if you're not sure what to do, but we're going to be doing a bit of it today. You could start with Om if you don't have an attraction to any other form. And as my teacher Swami Govindananda famously told us all when he was here, you can meditate on a mosquito if you can see God in it. So if there's anything in your life, these things don't appeal to you, but there's anything that is uplifting for you, you can meditate on that. It's a good way to start for some people. Traditional things suggested by Patanjali in the Yoga Sutras are a deity form, a flower. Classically, it would be a lotus flower, which is like a water lily, a rose, or the chakra in the heart, or the chakra in the third eye. And then he says, and any other form of your Ishtadevata, which means your personal form of the divine. So it's like, wow, amazing. Nobody's saying you've got to meditate on this picture of so-and-so or this. It's like, there's all these options. Find something that works for you, but just use it to take you through that portal into that space of freedom for your mind. Yeah, that's the idea. That's what he's talking about here. He's a Vaishnavite. So Vaishnavas in India, that means they're followers of Lord Vishnu. And Lord Krishna is one of the main incarnations of Lord Vishnu. Lord Ram, and Vishnu, they're the most well-known incarnations of Lord Vishnu, the preserver who brings balance and harmony into the universe. And so that's why he's talking about Krishna, but he could just as equally have been talking about any one of these forms. Namaste. Come to the middle of the mat, stand in Asana. Stag yourselves a little bit on your mat. And turn the infrareds off, please. When we're doing the practice and we have the chest lifted and the chin down and the gaze into the heart, that's called the cave of the heart. It's called Hridaya. It's called Anahata. It's called the Pranasthana. But that cave of the heart, in the Upanishads, they talk about it and they say that's where the prana resides, but that's where the light of consciousness or the soul in the individual resides. And so when you're doing the practice and you're gazing towards the heart, that is also dharana. That is also focusing the mind on God. Anybody here uncomfortable with the word God? For later. Okay. Chest up, chin down, look into the heart. Ujjayi breathing. Inhale, arms wide and overhead, flip your palms. As the chest comes up, the gaze goes down to the heart as the waist lifts and the feet ground. And then you begin the exhale, lower the arms. And just feel that the arms are working on the breath. Inhale. Stretch a little more. Exhale, widen down. And do the shoulder movements. Inhale, widen overhead. Interlock your fingers, lift, lift, lift. As you exhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms in a big circle. Palms up, shoulder level, straighten the legs. Inhale, arms wide, shoulder level, over the head, interlock the fingers. Exhale, palms forward and wide. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your chest up, look into your heart, pause. Inhale, arms forward, interlock the fingers, lift up. And then keep the length in the spine as you exhale and slowly lower the arms. We'll repeat. Inhale, widen overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, release the hands, big circle in the shoulder joints, and stand up. Inhale, arms wide, shoulder level, like wings, over the head. Exhale, palms down, arms forward, and keep going till your shoulder blades touch each other. Chin on sternum, look into the heart. Eyes can be closed throughout if you're comfortable. Then inhale, arms forward, interlock your fingers, lift up. And exhale, widen down. Interlock the hands behind your back, or you can bring the hands onto the small back. You can bring the hands into reverse prayer, or you can hold your opposite shoulders, elbows rather. And on the inhale, lift the chest, firm the legs, firm the buttocks, and arch gently back. Move the hips forward. Head goes back, gaze tip of nose. Exhale, stand up. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders, lift the heart, head goes back. Exhale, slowly stand up. And then inhale, bring the arms wide and overhead and lift your heels touching if you can. And just balance, look at the floor a few feet in front of you. Then slowly exhale, lower the heels, lower the arms together. Variations of Tadasana. Inhale, mountain pose, lift up, heels up, arms up. I'm just going to stay there for 3, 4 breaths. If you're comfortable, keep still. And if you want to, as you exhale, turn to the left. And inhale to the center, lift a little bit higher, and exhale, turn to the right. Or you can just keep still, you choose. And inhale back to the center, lift a little bit higher now. And then slowly bring the arms and the heels together to the floor, down, heels to the floor. And close the eyes, look into the heart, take a breath. And inhale, arms wide and overhead. Remember, you can bring the prayer over the heart if you want to, for your back. And as you exhale, move the hips back, keep the chin down and just fold halfway. And then inhale, come up and arch gently back. Keep the chin down. Exhale, fold halfway. And then stay. Inhale, bring the arms wide like wings. Good. Now lift your chest forward. As you push your hips back, breathe. So you can feel your back muscles engaged. Keep your chin down and look at your navel. And then inhale, bring your arms forward, interlock your fingers, come up and arch back a little bit at the top. Big long breath. And then hips back, chin down, fold all the way. Put the hands on the legs or the floor. Relax the neck. And then take the big toes or hold the legs. On an inhale, look up, lengthen your spine. And then stay there, don't move. Fully exhale. The end of the breath, hold the breath out, fold, round the back, bring the forehead towards the legs. Take 3 breaths. Normal inhale, exhale twice the length. Relax there. You don't need to pull or make a comfortable position. Focus on the breath and the long exhales. After your 3 breaths, flip the palms, push the hips back. Inhale, come up. And we'll meet in Tadasana. Close the eyes and look into the heart. Surya Namaskar, sun salutation towards the front of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, arms wide and overhead, flip the palms. Exhale, fold halfway, fold all the way, hands to the floor. Bend the knees if you need to. Short inhale, don't move. Long exhale, Utkatasana, squat down, heels may rise, forehead towards the knees. Short inhale, hold the breath, step or hop back. Chaturanga, or bring the knees down and lower to half Chaturanga. Fully exhale. Lower all the way to the floor, hands over the head in prayer, feet together, full prostration. Hands back beside the chest, exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, move forward, upward facing dog with the chin down, stretch your spine. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale and a long exhale. Go right to the end of the breath, hold the breath out, step or hop forward, squat down, Utkatasana again. You'll be able to squeeze some more air out of the lungs here if you really curl into a little ball. On the inhale, push the hands into the floor to straighten your legs. On the exhale, fold into the legs. Interlock your fingers, arms beside the ears, lift up by pushing the hips back and firming the legs. Chin down, exhale, Anjali Mudra. Do one more. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, widen overhead, flip your palms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale, don't move. Hold the breath, hop or step, Chaturanga, or knees down, half Chaturanga. All the way to the floor, inhale, full prostration. Hold the breath in. Remind yourself of the being you offered your practice to. Hands beside the chest. Exhale fully in Chaturanga. And then inhale, move slowly forward into upward facing dog. Let the hips go down, the chest go forward, and the shoulders go back. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Chin towards the chest, hips towards the ceiling. Take a breath. Inhale into the back of your heart. And then a long exhale. Completely empty your lungs and hold the breath out. Step or hop forward, Utkatasana, squat down. A little more air out of the lungs. And keep the lower abdomen tucked in as you inhale and straighten your legs. Try to keep that Uddiyana Bandha. And then exhale, deepen it as you fold into the legs. Flip the palms, inhale, come up, arch a little bit back. Keep your chin on your chest. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. Prayer over the heart. Keep the hands there. Take a couple of breaths. Turn to the right, stand in Tadasana. Inhale, raise the arms to shoulder level. Exhale, don't move. Hold the breath out. Hop or step feet apart, feet 30 degrees, triangle distance. Inhale. Exhale, go down to the right, push the hips back, bring the hand to the leg or the floor, whatever's comfortable, no strain. And inhale, come up, strong legs. Exhale to the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, right. Engage at the top hand or the side wall. Take 3 breaths there. Try and extend from one hand to the other. There's a straight line between the arms and your shoulder blades. Just breathe. Gentle Ujjayi breathing. Inhale, come up. Exhale, change sides. The end of each exhale, you want to have the feeling of narrowing your waist. If you push down firmly into both feet and activate both legs, it will give you Mudra and Uddiyana Bandha. Jane, can you try and keep your head in line with your spine? Try not to let it drop down. Turn it to the side and bring it up a bit. So you're letting it just drop. Keep it straight line through your spine into the base of your skull. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the waist. Look hard, take a breath. Revolve triangle. Inhale, bring the arms to shoulder level. Exhale, keep the feet where they are, twist to the right. Adjust them a little bit if you need to, but try and keep them roughly both 30 degrees. And inhale, arch back. Exhale, fold halfway over the right leg. Keep the arms like wings. Good. Inhale, come up, arch back. Exhale, fold again, halfway. And then inhale, don't move. And then exhale, bringing the left hand down, twist from the lower back, the middle back, the upper back. And then, if you're comfortable, from the neck and look at the top hand. Or bring the top hand onto the small of the back and look at the side wall. 3 breaths, long exhales. Keep the shoulders down, away from the ears. Keep lengthening through the spine. And then on the next inhale, just come up halfway with the arms like wings. Exhale, you can dip a little bit over that leg. Inhale, come up and arch back. Exhale, turn to the side, hands to the waist. Take a breath, eyes closed, look hard. Inhale, arms shoulder level. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, halfway. Try to keep the back leg strong. Don't bend the back leg. Inhale up. Arch back a little bit at the top. You can turn the palms up if you want. Exhale, fold halfway. Do one more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, halfway. And now you should be sort of ready in your legs and your pelvis for the posture. Inhale, don't move. Try to lengthen your spine. And then exhale, bringing the right hand down, twist the lower, the middle, and the upper back. And then eventually, optional, the neck. Top hand or side wall, steady gaze, 3 breaths. At the end of each exhale, you can pause a little, draw the navel in a bit more, just naturally allow you to twist. When you've done, come out the way you went in, which is the inhale halfway, the exhale, don't move, the inhale up, and the exhale, turn to the side with the hands to the waist. When you're all ready. And then on the exhale, hop or step your feet together. Inhale, bring your arms to shoulder level. The exhale, don't move. And soften your knees and lightly hop your feet apart. Wider this time, turn the right foot out and the left foot in, hips facing the long side of the mat. Asana, nice long stance. Inhale. Exhale, bend the front knee. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend the front knee. And bring the fingertips down to the floor inside your foot, just the fingertips. And then inhale, come up, arms shoulder level. And then go down again. Exhale, bend the front knee well. Just the fingertips to the floor. Stretch your top arm straight up. And breathe. If your stance is a bit longer, it'll be a bit easier for you. Push the right knee forward. Use the legs and the core. And then inhale, slowly come up. Keep the front knee bent, arms shoulder level. Exhale, don't move. Inhale, come up. Hands to the waist, turn the feet. Inhale, raise the arms. Left foot out, right foot in. Exhale, bend the knee. Track the knee through the center of the foot. And then inhale, just come up. And then exhale, bend the knee and put the fingertips on the floor inside the foot. If you can't do that, just put the forearm on the thigh, that's okay. And now inhale, come up. You might want to lengthen your stance. You might want to go a bit deeper next time. Exhale, go down. And just put the fingertips on the floor so they're not taking any weight. Transfer the energy back through the front leg and the pelvis to the back foot. Stretch your top arm straight up and breathe. And try to just keep narrowing the waist at the end of each exhale to connect the front leg to the back leg through the pelvis and the Mula Bandha, the Uddiyana Bandha. So you've got strong muscles in your core and your lower back through your hips. No weight in the bottom hand. And then inhale, come up, keeping the front knee bent, arms shoulder level. Exhale, don't move. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands to the waist, turn the feet 30 degrees. Take one inhale, look hard. Long exhale, and at the end of the exhale, step or hop your feet together. And turn to face front. Lead and return sequence. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, widen overhead, flip your palms. Exhale, palms forward. Inhale, arch back. Mainly from the upper back. Try not to bend your knees so it goes into your lower back. Keep the glutes strong and the legs strong so you arch the upper back. Exhale, fold all the way. Short inhale. Exhale, Utkatasana. Short inhale. Hold. Step or hop, Chaturanga. Or knees down. And then inhale slowly to up dog with the chin down. Move the hips down, your heart forward. And exhale back to down dog. Look navel, eyes closed. Take 3 breaths. Optional bandhas at the end of the long exhales. Keep your chin down a bit more, Andy. Yeah. Just relax and breathe. Focus on the long exhale. And then on the end of your next exhale, just hold the breath out, soften the knees and hop or step forward, Utkatasana. Squat down. Separate the knees, however you like. Sit down, Dandasana. Dandasana. On the inhale, raise the arms over the head, interlock your fingers. On the exhale, don't move. On the inhale, chin down, strong legs, slowly roll down onto your back. And on the exhale, bring your hands beside your hips. I'm going to take a little Shavasana. So just bring your feet a little bit apart, your arms a little bit away from your body. Switch off the Ujjayi breathing. Bring your awareness into the cave of the heart and watch the breath in the heart. Feet together, arms by your sides. Inhale, arms over the head, interlock the fingers and stretch. Separate the palms, fully exhale. Hold the breath out, sit up, fold over the legs, take big toes. Inhale, arms up and over the head, roll down onto your back. Exhale fully, don't move, and separate the palms. Sit up, bring the hands over the tops of the feet. Round the back, head down. Interlock the fingers, come up. Long inhale, roll all the way down onto your back, one vertebrae at a time. And then long exhale, separate the hands, lift up, hold the outsides of the feet. Inhale, come up halfway, arms over the head, Niralamba Dandasana. Chin down, look hard, take a breath. Active legs, chest up, chin down. On the next exhale, fold forward, take any of those hand holds. Bend your knees if you need to. And then inhale. And long exhale, round the back, close the eyes, look nabby navel. Count the Om numbers. If you're inhaling for 3, exhale for 6. If you're inhaling for 4, 8 or 5, 10. That's really easy for you. Optional bandhas at the end of each breath with a little pause. Just let your spine relax. Let your head go loose. And relax your shoulders. You're not making any effort to pull yourself down. The effort is in the length of the exhale. And eventually the pause at the end of the exhale where the mind drops and the space comes into the body to possibly over time go deeper. I'm going to stay here another minute or so. If you really engage your mind on those antaranga, which means inner practices, then you won't get tired in the posture. You'll be able to stay. It's another form of dharana, focusing the mind on something to remove the external distractions from the mind. And then you can stay in a posture when you want to for a long time. If you let the mind drift, you'll find agitation comes into the mind and into the body. And then when you're ready, flip the palms and inhale, come up. And exhale, Dandasana. Inhale, bend the right knee to your chest. Exhale, turn the knee out, put the foot to the inner thigh. Move your left leg out a little bit, a few degrees to the left for blank. Just went blank. Mahamudra, thank you. For Mahamudra. And then inhale, raise the arms over the head. And exhale, fold over the left leg. And if you can reach the foot, hold the big toes with the first 2 fingers of your left hand and put the right hand over the top with the fingers towards the heel. Or put the left hand on the leg with the right hand on top. And then lift up so your arms are straight, your spine is straight, and your chest is rolled up. And then on the exhale, just bring your chin down towards your sternum and start to breathe with the same pattern of breath. Don't drop your chest. Keep your chest up, buoyant and lifted. Stay down. Chin is down towards the chest. Chest rolls up towards the chin, where the chin stays down. So the same pattern of breath. You choose your Om numbers as you count in and double it as you exhale. Optional pause or bandhas at the end of each breath. We're just going to do a couple more on this side. Try to keep the spine, chest up, keep the spine straight as possible. Not like a normal forward bend. You're pulling a little bit through the arms and on the foot to keep the chest up. And you're bringing the chin down towards that rolled up chest, so you feel the stretch in the back of your neck. Good. And then on the inhale, flip the palms and come up. And on the exhale, bring the hands down beside the hips and straighten both legs. Inhale, bend the left knee, knee out. Foot to the inner thigh. Move the straight leg out to the side a little bit. Inhale, raise the arms, and exhale, fold over the right leg. You can take the big toes with the first two fingers, and then the other hand over the top with the fingers pointing towards the heel. First, take big toe, if you can. First two fingers of this hand, and that hand can just go on top for now, it's fine. Lift up. Not your chin, but just your chest. Lift your chest up. Good, and keep your arms straight and your shoulders square. And then bring your chin down towards your chest. Keep pulling gently on the arms. Breathe. Inhale, draw the energy up. Keep the chin down on the chest. And as you exhale, fully empty your lungs. Don't try and keep your chin down. I know you're not used to it. Keep your chin down. At the end of the exhale, completely empty your lungs. So the exhale is longer. Just pause for a second. And then do a normal inhale and long exhale. Maha Mudra, the great seal. Lift your chest a bit more, Peter. Yeah, that's good. Chin down, Kwan. Stretch the back of the neck. And then flip the palms and inhale, come up. Exhale, Dandasana. Inhale, both arms over the head. Exhale, fold forward over both legs. Round the back. Relax the neck. Good. Flip the palms. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands behind you 10 inches. Bend the knees or legs straight. You choose. Inhale, lift the hips. Point feet. Exhale, come down. Knees together, feet together if you can. Second vinyasa. Inhale, come up. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, don't move. Inhale, nudge the sacrum a little bit. Exhale, slowly down. Then Dandasana. In Maha Mudra, many of you are beginning to get it, but this cannot happen without this. And this comes up first, and then this goes to meet it. If you drop the head first, it's harder to get the chest up. Does that make sense? So you take the toes or take the leg, whatever you're reaching, you just pull a little bit, and what you're doing is trying to get a bit of resistance between the arms, and as you do get that resistance in the arms and drop your shoulders, your chest has to roll up, and you'll feel that immediately lengthen your lower back. And then you keep that, and all you do with the head is draw it back and bring the chin more towards your sternum. And so the idea in Maha Mudra is that you feel the stretch from the sacrum all the way to the base of your skull. And if you drop the chest and just bring the chin down, you don't feel any real extension here. It's just the head moves forward. But if the chest is up, it has the effect of making you feel that you can feel the stretch in the thoracic spine and the cervical spine. Because that energy that you're driving through the body with the long exhales and also eventually the lifting of the Mula and the Uddiyana Bandha is pushing the energy up through the Sushumna Nadi, the path of grace in your spine, towards these higher chakras. And it won't do that unless the spine is slightly stretched. The spinal cord, you want to feel it stretched, because in the center of the spinal cord is that nadi, and it's the most important nadi in the whole body. And that is what is why that is one of the most important postures in yoga, that Mahamudra. So just keep practicing that Mahamudra until you feel really comfortable there. Getting that pattern of breath with double the length of the exhale. And then gradually, it's like Paschimottanasana, you can then hold it for a bit longer. Okay? But really work on that chest and that head relationship. I talked about this a lot in the pranayama class the other week. The way to cultivate this ability to have the chest up and the chin down and this lengthening of the spine is to do more shoulder stand. So shoulder stand is a preparation for this movement, which is called Jalandhara Bandha. So if you're finding that those two things difficult to do together and hold, then you should spend more time, longer periods of time in shoulder stand, and it'll get easier for you. Downward facing dog. Okay, come back into your breath. Okay, and then a little light on the end of the exhale, a little light hop onto your shins. Just land on your shins with the toes pointed. Or just crawl forward, I don't mind. Hands on the knees, chest up, chin down. As you inhale, sit up on the knees. Actually, can you do something for me here? Fold your mat over so you're sitting on a double thickness of mat, because we're going to do a few things on the knees here and it might help you moving forward. If you really have issues with this with your knees, you can have a very thin blanket, but it doesn't want to be too thick, otherwise you'll get unstable. But a little bit of extra padding can be useful. And we're going to be moving up and down, Andy. I don't think you're going to need them for now. Okay, just start with the hands on the knees, Vajrasana, Vinyasas. As you inhale, sit up on the knees, bring the arms over the head, interlock your fingers. As you exhale, sit down on the heels and bring the thumbs to the back of your neck. Keep the palms up if you can, so the chest is open. Chin down. Inhale, sit up, push the hands to the ceiling. Exhale, sit down on the heels, bring the hands to the knees, forward and down. Second vinyasa. Inhale, widen up, sit up on the knees. Exhale, thumbs to the back of the neck, sit on the heels. Try and do that like one movement. Don't bring the hands to the back of your head and then sit down. Like inhale, everybody come up again. Push the hands to the ceiling. Think about synchronizing the movements and the breath. Long exhale, sit down. When the bum hits the heels, the thumbs touch the back of the neck or skull. Good. And then inhale, sit up on the knees, push the hands to the ceiling. Separate the palms, bring the arms forward and down, hands to the knees again. That's good. And now keep the buttocks on the heels. Inhale, raise the arms. And as you exhale, separate the palms and fold forward. If you can, put the head and the hands on the floor. Interlock the fingers. Inhale, come up. And exhale, bring the arms wide like wings and fold forward. And so the hands just gently touch the floor with the forehead down. Good. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, put the hands to the floor just in front of you. Okay. And then from there, sit up a little bit and bring your right foot forward with your hands on your knee. Then same kind of movement. Inhale, arms widen overhead. As you exhale, fold forward, put the hands on the floor, either side of your foot, and just lay down on your thighs. Get as close to the thigh with the torso as you can. And then interlock the fingers. Inhale, come up. You can arch back a little bit at the top. Second vinyasa. Exhale, bring the hands down either side of the foot. Now just stay there for a breath. Inhale. And a long exhale. See how much you can sink into that leg. Interlock the fingers. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bring the hands onto the small of your back. Inhale, arch back. Open the chest, look up, nose tip, head back, look nose tip. And then exhale, sit up. And then inhale, arch back. And then stay there. As you exhale, move the hips forward. Inhale, move the hips back. Keep the back foot and shin grounded for balance. Exhale, move the hips forward. Open the chest a little more. Inhale, move the hips back. Stay there. Exhale. Inhale, bring the arms up and over your head. And then exhale, bring your hands down, step the foot back. Vajrasana. Bring the hands to the floor and step the left foot forward. Inhale, float the arms over the head. Arch back. Exhale, fold. Put the hands on the floor either side of the foot. Flip the palms, reach forward. Inhale, come up. Arch back. Exhale, go down. Take a breath, closing the body as tight as you can onto the thigh. Long exhale. And then flip the palms. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the small of your back. You can have the palms up or down, fingers up or down. And inhale, arch back, gaze tip of nose, head can go back. Exhale, come to vertical, chin down. And then inhale, arch back. I'm going to hold, push the heart up, squeeze the shoulder blades. As you exhale, move the hips forward so you're in more of a lunge. As you inhale, lift up, move the hips back. As you exhale, move the hips forward. As you inhale, move the hips back. Then exhale, don't move. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over the head. Exhale, put the hands on the floor and step back, kneel down, Vajrasana. Good. Take a breath there. Put the hands on the floor, step back to downward facing dog. Take a moment to walk your legs out. You don't, just leave your mat. Don't worry at the moment. If you haven't undone your mat, you can just leave it. Walk your legs out, get the circulation back if you need to. And then when you're ready, walk forward, sort out your mat if you need to, squat down, sit down, roll onto your back and relax in Shavasana. Bring your awareness into your feet. Move through the 16 Marmastanas. Just bringing your awareness to the point and then letting it drop. Big toes. Center of ankles. Center of knees. Tops of thighs. Perineum. Center of pelvis. Navel. Center of chest. Back of throat. Throat pit. Soft palate. Upper palate. Third eye. Nose tip. Space between eyebrows. Center of forehead. Crown of head. From the crown of the head, draw the prana down through the Hita Nadi into the center of your chest, just in front of your spine. Cave of the heart. Rest your awareness there and just watch the natural breath begin there. Watch the natural breath return. Completely relaxed. Om. Bring your feet together. Bring your arms by your sides. Inhale, stretch your arms over your head. Stretch through your whole body. Bend your knees and hug your knees. Make your way into seated posture. And then find a Om symbol by the wall. Fold your mat in half. Use your cushions as blocks and make sure you have a comfortable seat. Ideally, the center of the image would be about eye level, but don't worry about that too much today. And you see that symbol of Om, Sue? Use that for your meditation, please, to begin. Okay, you want to be about arm's length away from the image. Lucy, you're way too far back. So just stretch forward with your arm and see that you're about the right distance. And it wants to be right centered with your nose, the middle of the image. You don't want to be to one side. And then just begin by closing your eyes. Feeling comfortable in your seat. Relax your shoulders back and down. Balance your head so it feels weightless, and then come into a natural breath with no J sound. Allow your breath to settle into its natural rhythm. All your facial muscles to relax, particularly the forehead, the eyes, upper palate, soft palate and tongue, the throat pit and the back throat. And then very slowly, when you feel ready, open your eyes gently and softly gaze at the symbol of Om. You don't want to be with the eyes wide open or staring at the image. The eyes are not half closed, but a little bit closed so the eyes feel receptive. And it's more like you're receiving the image into your eyes, drawing the prana back from the image, rather than projecting your prana out. Very receptive feeling in the mind and in the gaze. And I'm going to take you through a couple of techniques. In a minute, we're going to start to repeat the mantra Om. But firstly, I'd just like you to start on the top left-hand side of the number 3 shaped piece of Om. And then trace the first top curve with your eyes. And then the bottom curve, just keep breathing normally. And then the circular squiggle on the right. And then the crescent. And then the dot at the top. And then do that a couple of times, just tracing the image of Om in that format. That's the way you would draw it, until you get to the little dot at the top. And now we're going to do it with the mantra Om. Half the symbol is repeated as you inhale the Om, and half the symbol is repeated with the exhale of Om. So everybody exhale. And then as you inhale, mentally repeat the mantra Om, do the top curve and the bottom curve. As you exhale the mantra Om, the squiggle on the right, the crescent, and then at the end of the Om, the silence, you gaze at the dot. Inhale Om, top curve, bottom curve. Exhale, arms, squiggle on the right, crescent, dot. Inhale, arm, top curve, bottom curve. Squiggle on the right, exhale, crescent, dot. Inhale, waking state, dream state. Exhale, deep, dreamless sleep, the veil of illusion, and then consciousness. Inhale, on, waking state, deep, dreamless sleep, deep sleep, veil of Maya, Turiya, consciousness. Continue. You don't need to say those words, you just trace the image in your mind with your eyes. Try to get it so the inhale and exhale om are roughly the same length. And there's that little pause at the end of the exhale where there's stillness when you gaze at the dot. You relax. And gently close your eyes. Continue to repeat the mantra Om. And then open your eyes again with a soft gaze and see the whole image of Om. Mentally repeat Om on the inhale. Mentally repeat Om on the exhale, synchronizing the mantra with your natural breath. Receive the image of the universal mantra into your mind's eye. Every time your mind drifts to a thought, very gently bring it back to the mantra and the image of Om. Simple process, no struggle, no judgment. And then very gently close your eyes. Visualize the mantra Om in the screen of your forehead, glowing as a soft white or golden light, and continue to mentally repeat the mantra Om. Don't struggle with the visualization if it doesn't appear for you. Just observe whatever you see in the screen of your forehead. Continue to repeat the mantra Om with your breath. And then drop the awareness into your heart. And then feel the Om mantra repeating in the heart space. As you inhale, the Om expands out the vibration into every cell of your body. And as you exhale, the mantra contracts back into the center of your chest. And the inhale, expansive. The exhale, return. You don't need to deepen your breath. You can just feel the prana, the awareness moving. Next time you exhale, keep the awareness in the heart and switch off the mantra. And then just do nothing and sit very still for a few more moments. Feel a deep sense of love and compassion for yourself and for all other beings. And let go of any worries, preoccupations, any troublesome thoughts. Allow your mind to rest. Deep sense of calm in your mind and body. Begin to deepen your breath. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra and inhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Your hands, and rub your hands strongly together, creating heat in your palm. Really fast, really hard. When you can feel the heat, just cup your eyes with the heels of your hands. Let the heat sink back into your eyes and relax your eyes. Keep your hands in that position and just bring the hands in front of you, gaze into your palms. Mentally repeat the mantra Om once to yourself. And then remind yourself of the being you offered your practice to. Close your palms, bring your thumbs to your third eye. Namaste. And then when you're ready, turn to face front. Anybody have any questions about that practice? You look at it right to left and left to right. Say again. Yeah. Oh, the crescent. The veil, yeah. I've never thought about it. Yeah, with the veil, I mean, it was just sort of like when you look at that side of the Om, as you exhale, you just look at the. Oh, you mean because like when you draw it. Oh, yeah, yeah. You start at the top and you do the top, the number 3 first, and then you go out and you do the loop, and then you do the crescent from the left to the right. So because usually if you're doing it with a calligraphy pen, it starts thin and then it goes thick. And then you make the dot last. Is that what you're asking? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. And so that is just a method that you can use. It's like there's different methods with these images and deities where you can track the image in certain patterns. And you also do that with like Krishnamacharya at the beginning, with when it's Krishna, you start at the feet, you work up through his body, then you look at his beautiful arms and then his face. When it's a female deity, you usually start on the left side of the deity and work up the left side and then go round and come back towards the center. And when it's a male deity, someone with a seated deity, then you usually go in the other direction. There's all sorts of like things you can do. But that's a practice you can do. Just get an image of Om. Try and get a simple one and just start with that if there's no other images that appeal to you. But otherwise, you could choose something else. You can do it on a flower. You can do it on a candle. All leads to the same place. I said this last night in class, and just to give you an idea of how it can, yeah. Well, I once had a student, and none of this would work for him. He was really interested in doing meditation, but he couldn't, he was very unhappy, very depressed, and a super, super stressed out person. He couldn't lay on the floor. It was impossible for him to lay on the floor and be still. He was that agitated. And I said to him, just choose something that's meaningful to you. that has a sattvic pure nature. He said, there's nothing, I can't think of anything like that. I haven't got anything like that. I said, okay, just choose something that makes you feel happy. He said, nothing makes me feel happy. I said, like, okay, choose something that just inspires you, something inspiring. It could be something in nature, it could be a person. He said, I'm not into it, nothing inspires me. I just don't feel any of that sort of stuff. And then I remember sort of just going through all these things and saying, well, just meditate on someone what about someone you love? He said, there's nobody I love. And eventually I said, and I nearly said, well, what about yourself? And I thought, no, that's a bad. And I said, and he said, well, there is one thing. There's one thing that makes me happy. There's one thing that I really love. And I said, what is it? And he said, it's my dog. And he said, that's the only time I'm happy is when I'm walking my dog. And he showed me a picture of his dog, and it was a red setter. It was a lovely dog. And I said, normally you wouldn't recommend something like that because it's changeable, but I said, okay, put a picture of that dog in front of you and meditate on your dog. And it really worked for him. It kind of gave him, like I was talking about, even though it wasn't a traditional image, it gave him a portal through which he could feel a connection to something outside and probably bigger than himself, and it made him feel love. And essentially, all these practices, that is what the resulting feeling is. It's like a deep sense of love for initially the image, and then through the image, what's beyond the image, and also for yourself, because you realize that there's no separation between any of those things. So if it gets too bad, meditate on your dog. Namaste. Thank you so much.